and spend the night with us on AT&T Sportsnet.
The Pirates are winners of 6 of 7, and tonight they have a chance to move ahead of the Cardinals in the standings as they begin Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series from PNC Park. And last night, the rookie Josh Bell with his first career walk-off home run, a 3-run home run in the bottom of the ninth off Cardinals closer Sun Hwan Oh, and that sent the Pirates home victors. What a way to ring in the second half. It had been 7 years since a Pirates rookie hit a game winner like that, and Bell cooling off. He's been red hot, and so have the Pirates bats. Hey, welcome into Pirates baseball here on AT&T Sportsnet. Joe Block and Steve Blass with you here tonight, and it was great to see the Pirates bats come around. And on top of the order, Adam Frazier really started to get things going yesterday too.
Yeah, he had a great night. 3 hits for him, and you know, Joe, you wonder a little bit about an all-star break when he was struggling mightily, hitting 181 for a bunch of at bats. But maybe the time gave him a chance to clear his head out a little bit, so he did a good job. And it seems like there's something in the water. They got McCutchen cured, and Frazier seems to be getting a base that he can work from, so you'd like to see that. And Gregory Polanco, a lot of one-on-one work with Gregory Polanco. You can see what he has been doing in the month of July. So if you can get the bats going as a group, and certainly have that going now with McCutchen and Frazier perhaps, but Gregory Polanco has got something really good going, and when he gets hot, it's not just base hits. He hits the ball over the fence and makes a lot of things happen.
And Polanco with a 4 in front of that number for the batting average in July. I'd like to see that. He's hit safely in all 9 of his starts so far this month. And Jamison Tyone will try to get it done on the pitching end of things for the Pirates. They'll entertain the Cardinals tonight here on AT&T Sportsnet.
AT&T Sportsnet is brought to you by Allegheny Health Network, the largest health system rated #1 in the region for all the things that matter most. And by Kenny Ross Subaru, total confidence pricing. Let's go Bucks!
And the free shirt Saturday here tonight. PNC Park baseball for you this evening as the Bucks. Let's go. They've won 6 of their last 7. Doing most of that damage out on the road and proud to be part of the AT&T family. Welcome into AT&T Sportsnet.
Yeah, this is going to be fun.
And Jameson Taillon taking them out. That's always fun to see him as he had some food poisoning and did not pitch in that what was going to be his final start before the break. Too bad he missed out on 10 first-inning runs, but now he'll get a start here in the second half.
Sometimes that'll cure you, but this was very legit on his part. Yeah, you hate to miss those kind of explosions, and you hope that he's healthy, first of all. He's had enough thrown at him health-wise. You hope that he has a clean slate the rest of the season. But what you're looking for early in this game from Jameson, Joe, is he going to be overamped? He's had a lot of rest. Is he going to be too strong? Is he going to be too excited? But this guy, he handles that sort of thing pretty well, or he has in the past. We'll wait and see.
And Taillon will face these Cardinals. Mike Matheny's St. Louis lineup tonight as Matt Carpenter atop that order with Pham and Fowler ahead of Jed Jerko, the cleanup man, last 20 games hitting at .328. Molina, then the rookie Luke Voigt, another rookie Paul DeJong, Jose Martinez batting 8th, and then Lance Lynn doing the pitching for St. Louis tonight. Cardinals coming in 20th out of the 30 teams in runs scored per game.
Jameson Taillon making his 3rd career start against the Cardinals. His season numbers so far in 2017 does fine, 5-2, 2.73 ERA. So when he's healthy, he is very good. And talking to Ray Sears before the game, they're hoping that he can kind of make a goal, kind of a game plan, if you will, of pitching out in front in the count during the at-bats that the Cardinals have. And of course, you'd like to have that for every pitcher. But for Jameson, with that movement on his two-seamer, you want him to throw a lot of strikes.
And get some ground balls, too. The Honda defense behind him. Bell's over there at first with Harrison and Mercer in the middle. David Freese at third. Frazier, McCutchen, Polanco in the outfield. And Francisco Cervelli doing the catching of Jameson Taillon tonight.
You know, all the accolades for Josh Bell very much deserved, but let's not forget the Cardinals, with one swing of the bat, got 2 runs in the first. They did not score again. Whole lot of really good pitching last night for the Bucks.
Yeah, the bullpen put up zeros too. And tonight Taillon with an ERA under 2 in his 5 starts since returning from the disabled list. Begins his second half of the season facing Matt Carpenter.
And Matt kind of frustrated last night. Fly ball and then a couple strikeouts. He's been tough in his career against the Pittsburgh Pirates. This is a very good baseball player.
An average misleading at .237 because he gets on base so much, draws a ton of walks. And so that on base percentage right up there among the better ones for leadoff men. That's why he's still #1 in Mike Matheny's lineup.
Marvin Hudson with the right arm up for the first strike of the evening for Jameson Taillon.
Yeah, the rest of the umpiring crew: Chris Guccione at first, Chad Whitson call-up umpire at second. There's the crew chief Jerry Lane manning third tonight. Carpenter getting aboard. And that's how we start tonight. Let's take a look at our Rivers Casino tips to win for tonight. Steve, what do you got for this evening?
Well, gave it a lot of thought this afternoon. First of all, I just want to start with the foundation. Taillon's good health. You want that because you want him pitching on a regular basis as we go down the stretch. Go long on Lynn. He's given up 20 home runs. That's a bunch among the National League leaders. And you're looking for the long ball against the big man, and he is the big man.
Right now, the man at the plate, Tommy Pham. Not a lot of household names on this Cardinal outfit. They've got some young players, some of whom who have really shown brightly, and they're giving them chances.
Yeah, and they're the ones that are coming up with the more impressive numbers in the lineup in terms of batting average. More impressive than we saw last night.
But the Cardinals the Pirates with a win over the Cardinals tonight can leapfrog them in the standings, move up to third. Their sights still set on second, and the Cubs.
Nice hook by Jameson right there. Yep, you want to reach the top, but sometimes you got to make sure you touch all the rungs on the way up the ladder.
Yeah, the Pirates currently in 4th place, but they have the best winning percentage that they've had. They haven't had a better one since they were 6-6 back in early April. So they're at a high point right now that they haven't been at in quite some time.
And that's the call you want Jameson Taillon to get. That's a good fastball on the inside part of the plate. Didn't miss by much, but Marvin Hudson gets it right. But you want Taillon to be very, very successful in that neighborhood, in that part of the strike zone, or just off that strike zone. That moving fastball has a little bit of tail on it.
Can't get Pham to chase. Taillon has not pitched in 11 days since the Independence Day game against the Phillies. And now the count is full. And when Taillon could not go, Chad Kuhl filling in on 2 days rest, gave him 3 innings at the first Pirate to pitch in a start in that little rest since Rick Rhoden back in the early 80s.
And sometimes the managers just give you the ball and say, hey, we got a situation, tag, you're it. And you got to do it. An interesting story about that back in the playoffs we had against the Giants when Nellie Browse couldn't go. Bob Johnson received the ball and beat Juan Marichal 2-1.
There goes Carpenter. And fouled away.
Not surprising that they put him in motion. 3-2 count. Not much offense going on last night after that 2-run home run. Maybe Mike Matheny trying to create something.
Yeah, the Cardinals have not done much against the division last month and this. They've lost 13 of the last 16 against NL Central teams. So the Cardinals really clamoring for a win. Carpenter running again, and another foul.
We saw a lot of this last night with extended at bats, both sides, deep counts by the Cardinal hitters and the Pirate hitters against the pitchers. So they made the pitchers work last night. But maybe Garrett Cole not as his pristine best and dominating best, but he really worked hard to keep it where it was. And just that one mistake to Jerko. Other than that, he got it done. Wasn't pretty at times, deep counts, a lot of pitches thrown, but he got it done.
On the 8th pitch, right through that vacated spot. And a couple of singles for the Cardinals here in the first.
Tommy Pham keeps on hitting.
And that's what, you know, putting the runner in motion can do, right?
And Pham was able to turn it around and find that hole as Jordy Mercer was heading over to second to cover. It's kind of textbook stuff for the Cardinals.
Well, now 2 on and nobody out. Dexter Fowler, second in at 244. Good to see the new graphics coming out of our scorebug there, and part of all the cool new stuff here on AT&T Sportsnet.
You say that kind of gives you the lowdown, doesn't it?
Yeah. Shot foul. And what a stop. Now Taillon had 2 strikes and trying to get finish off the hitter. He was ahead 2 strikes on Pham.
Fowler has hit into 7 double plays. You could use a ground ball right now. As you see a great turnout here at PNC Park. This is a great night for baseball and a great response for Pirate fans. And, probably a little bit fed by the big finish by the Bucs last night.
Yeah.
That never hurts.
Oh,
but a lot of people here still filing in too.
Yeah, Josh Bell with a game-winning home run in the bottom of the 9th. They get a ground ball. There's 1. There's 2. A double play.
All you got to do is ask. You don't have to thank me, Joe.
Thank you. And thank Jameson Taillon for 2.
Well, they tried to pull an outside pitch before and got the base hit through the hole. This one just perfectly done. Room service double play.
They even brought a cloth napkin. Now you got to get Jerko, who hit that 2-run home run in the first inning yesterday.
Jameson trying that two-seam fastball to run in on the hands of right-hand batters. You work with that till you kind of get it sighted in, if you will. He'll use that. He likes it. It's a very effective pitch for him.
This is the toughest guy the Cardinals have in their order. The run production, the home runs, right there among the team leaders in the batting average. So 350 with runners in scoring position. That's the big number, and he's been the most consistent. And he's been in this spot before with a man on in the first inning, giving the Cardinals an early lead off Garrett Cole. Just sneaking out of here and leaving the ballpark.
It's like turning a pivot on a double play from the stands to the river. The bat, the stands, the river.
I know Greg Brown was happy about that. Clamoring for that for a long time now. Taillon able to finish him off with a heavy fastball. And he gets out of the jam. 2 on, nobody out, and the Cardinals turned their side in the first. And now for the Buccos tonight, the RAV4 lineup is penned in by Clint Hurdle. Adam Frazier back atop that order after 3 hits last night. Harrison and then McCutchen. Josh Bell with the first career game-winning home run cleans up. Freeze, then the red-hot Polanco, Cervelli, Mercer, and Taillon rounding out the Pirates' order tonight.
Lance Lynn, the big man. They listen to 275. That may be a little shy of the accurate number, but he has been very good. 7-6, 361 ERA. He's been very good for the Cardinals for quite some time. Very good resume. He has done decent work against the Pirates. 6-6 and 19 career starts.
And his battery mate, the longtime Gold Glover, Yadier Molina.
One of the best.
Sneaky move last night, picking off Gregory Polanco, though the overall numbers for Molina throwing out base runners closer to league average now. It used to be where he'd throw out about half the guys and you wouldn't even run on him. Now it's, you can pick your spots. He's still an above average defensive catcher.
Well, you hope that Frazier can use that as a launching area. What he did last night with the 3 hits, maybe he can follow the travels of McCutchen and Polanco. All of a sudden the lights went on for them.
Yeah, Frazier inexplicably, really, remember at the end of that Atlanta series, he was hitting .361, and I don't think anybody, including Adam Frazier, thought he might check in with that number on October 1st, but
he fell off a cliff.
Yeah, 181 going into the break from about late May on after that Atlanta series.
Sometimes maybe just getting completely away from things. Don't even think about baseball. Who knows? Who knows what turned it on for Andrew, really, in the big picture, or Gregory? Sometimes you just keep working and something will fall into place as you take a look at the contrasts on that chart.
It was so very good, and he'll probably settle somewhere in between those two numbers.
Very close. Tough take, and Frazier gets the call there.
I think Clint Hurdle showed a lot of confidence in him, keeping him in that leadoff spot. Now on Tuesday, when Starling Marte returns, he's going to play left field, and that's where Frazier has been playing, but you would imagine he'll still work his way into the lineup sometimes, especially with David Freese being used so much.
He's got a lot of versatility. That's a good man to have late in ball games.
Andrew McCutcheon will stay in center field.
Hi, Andrew. Hi, back at you.
Churko narrowly, no, with a close play at first, and Frazier beats it out. Chris Guccione with a kind of half-hearted call there. Very close play.
Well, this pitch he hit way off the strike zone, hits it wide to third, and Jerko has to go down on the ground. Takes a little bit of time, and they're going to get him, but look at the baseball. You can see a lot of the baseball. I don't know whether it was the foot that got off the base or the baseball got out of the glove.
Well, if it's a caught ball, which it looked like it was, it beat Frazier. So the Cardinals are going to challenge this. Now it's, wow, this is an interesting precedent, right?
I think that ball is out far enough to justify the safe call, but we'll see.
Well, if the ball never touches the ground, in essence, it is off the ground. It is caught by Luke Voigt, the rookie first baseman. But as he was leaning forward with that glove, I think he does trap the ball against the ground. That's a weird play, but once the ball does sneak through the webbing, touching the ground, I think that negates the catch. So
let's just have a little delay right off the bat here in the bottom of the first.
Right there. The throw beat him. So I was surprised that the call was safe, but the umpire's of course right on it. And they're going to overturn the call, and I guess if the ball disappears through the webbing like that and comes through, it doesn't matter. So that's what we've just seen there. So Frazier's thrown out by Jerko to Voigt. Our Allegheny Health Network Supermo will tell us. Throw beat him. That's not the question. It's whether that ball gets jammed against the ground. Chris Guccione over at first tonight.
Well, you know, Joe, if it's a democracy, everybody in the ballpark was making their decision that he was safe. So
somewhat partisan group, though.
So Lance Lynn gets a call in his favor. This 30-year-old right-hander working against Josh Harrison.
And the Cardinals will keep their challenge. Harrison in his career against Lynn has fared well.
Right there. Josh would like to have that one back. Maybe Lynn would like to have it back too.
Yeah, just because a guy makes a mistake, right, doesn't mean it gets hit out of the ballpark.
No, that doesn't happen all the time. That's why baseball is so crazy sometimes. You can get away with mistakes, and then there are times you can't.
That should stay in play. Voigt, the rookie, able to snare that. 2 gone in the Pirates' first. That brings up Andrew McCutchen. About as hot as they come. It is. I keep waiting for that spell, right, where, well, all right, maybe he's going to cool off a little bit and return to earth. It hasn't been coming. 7 weeks now.
Hey, thanks.
And he just keeps on a ripping. I mean, for 7 weeks now, he's hitting 400.
I'll have what he's having.
And he's taking pitches too that, I mean, you know, staying on that pitch away and able to get hit on a line and not rolling over it either, you know.
Well, even that, sometimes you can roll over and still get a hit. You know, ground ball can find a hole, or that time if it's described he rolled over on that ball, well, he still hit it well enough to get it to the outfield.
Josh Bell, the hero last night. Voigt takes care of him, and that's that. So the Pirates and the Cardinals threw a frame tonight, scoreless here on AT&T Sportsnet. Welcome back to AT&T Sportsnet. No score through an inning here from PNC Park. Great night here, and a great night coming up on Wednesday, August 2nd. Pirates Charities Night on the AT&T Sportsnet. Join Pirates Charities in supporting children and families impacted by cancer in our community. While the Pirates host the Reds, and you'll have an opportunity to purchase backpacks filled with exclusive Pirates merchandise and autograph items. Learn more at pirates.com/charity night. A very worthy cause and a fun night. And there is someone on the Cardinals bench fixing Luke Voigt's glove. Adam Frazier thought he might have gotten on a technicality. Ended up having it reversed on replay.
Nice off-speed pitch that wasn't given away, wasn't telegraphed by Jameson.
So if a cobbler fixes shoes, what is somebody that fixes gloves?
Glove fixer.
Tayo needed 20 pitches in that first inning.
I would say a Leatherman, but that's a copyrighted thing there.
Oh, okay.
There's Leatherman utility tools, like a Swiss Army knife.
Oh, I see. Okay, all right.
I've got one. I've never used it. It's still in the.
I don't know how to fold them up.
In case it came
I used it once. Trying to get the chase. as he did with Jerko to end the first inning.
Where Jameson is throwing the ball, nowhere in that good part of the hitting zone.
Living on the edge.
Down there again. By the way, speaking of the Pirate Charities Night, August 2nd, I spent a few hours in a room signing some baseballs for that event, and I slipped a little note into one of the boxes of baseballs. Said, "Help me, I'm trapped in a room. They're forcing me to sign baseballs, and I can't get out." So if you get that baseball, I was just having some fun.
You?
Yeah. Silly me. Another ball downstairs. Picked it up off the ground and got the right guy running. Jordy Mercer. It took a long time for that ball to get to Jordy, but he had Molina going down the track. Plenty of time to get it done. Watch where he, well, I don't know if you can see, he almost picked it off the ground.
Awkward swing.
Ooh, there we go. Wasn't his best swing. Wasn't a classic swing.
Had to try to adjust to that curveball, which has been better and better from Tyone, even on nights where maybe the fastball command was a little spotty.
Curveball dropped in. So it doesn't look like anything out of the ordinary for the body language, the delivery, the mechanics for Jameson Taillon. Looks like he's picking right up where he left off, really. Go downstairs and then you go upstairs. It's more than a TV show.
I mean, for a pitcher being able to put the ball where he wants to, I mean, is that really?
Yeah, that and changing speeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he strikes out Voit once the throw goes to first.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do. You're talking about that, getting out in front. It'll force guys to chase. It'll put pressure on the batters. The batting averages are so different when a pitcher is ahead in the count, and you can force them to do this. 0-2 pitch. You know, he got the swing started early, and he paid the price. Good downer curveball. Good look.
Late breaking. Well, the hitters hit about 270 if they get ball one, and about 220 when they get strike one. And, you know, as the at bat unfolds. So a big difference in that first pitch strike. Paul DeJong, he has been a rookie surprise, as the Cardinals have dipped into their farm system quite a bit this year to look for different guys to help plug in for either some injuries or some underperformance. He's playing shortstop again tonight. Aledmys Diaz sent down to the minors. Johnny Peralta was released earlier this year.
By the way, we had a great look at a curveball, and I happened to have the good fortune to play golf with a couple of guys, good Pirate fans, who raved about the way the Pirates present their game and their ballpark on television. So compliments to all the guys that work the cameras and the folks down in the truck. Unsolicited, by the way.
Seconded.
And good to hear.
And a 1-2-3 inning for Taillon. Having fun here tonight. Allegheny Health Network injury update, and the Cardinals placing right fielder Stephen Piscotty on the disabled list. This happened in the 9th inning last night. He strained his right groin out there in right field, and so replaced on the roster today by McNary Sierra, who is a 21-year-old. Had a little time in the big leagues earlier this year, but Piscotty on the 10-day DL beginning tonight. Cardinals with 4 on the disabled list now. And there's Mr. Piscotty. Longtime Cardinal David Freese, ex-teammate of Lynn's, forever will be connected with St. Louis after his heroics in the 11 World Series, but part of a 2-year extension with the Pirates, his 2nd season with the Buccos. Grew up in St. Louis as well. Out of Wildwood, Missouri. Shoots one to the right side.
Particular favorite of David Freese, hitting the ball to the opposite field. Sometimes he hits it a long way to the opposite field.
A couple of kids from Wildwood, Missouri standing there. Luke Voigt, also from the same high school. So they'll have a little chat over there. Polanco had a chat with his bat. It seemed before the calendar turned. A couple of hits again last night.
He talked and the bat listened.
Joe Boo needed a refill, and he's had that going in his favor now. 417 in July. And last night too, after making that base running gaffe, owning up to that, and Clint Hurdle leaving him in the game, and said that the crowd reaction was enough to kind of humble Polanco, and he said very much the same thing after that. Not only that, but also that play where he didn't come out of the box hard and get to third, but then later in the game driving in a run and
making a nice catch too.
Making that nice catch. So, you know, still a young player, learning.
Made a couple of mistakes, and you always hope that they learn from that. And by the way, we point him out. He's not the only guy that has
fallen victim
to that kind of situation. It was a blatant, obvious thing, but you'd like everybody to pick it up a little bit in terms of running things out, and not just him, not just Cole last night, but you'd like to see that on a more consistent basis from a lot of people. So
Adam Frazier with that hustle double to lead off the 9th, for instance.
Yep.
And I mean, you know, the stakes feel a little higher. You know, the Pirates coming back, winning that game last night, and you think,
you know, everything's magnified.
You know, they're 7 games back and in 4th place. However, winning percentage-wise, they haven't been better since mid-April. I got a chance to move ahead of the Cardinals tonight, not too far behind the Cubs, and then you can get to that spot if they do where they're just looking at the Brewers. Then things get pretty interesting, especially with the Brewers coming to town this week. But first things first tonight. And that's Jose Martinez to figure out, okay, where do I stand for each hitter? You know, how do I play a guy? Isn't that fascinating now? That,
I thought we were in an age where they could just wire him and some impulse would come out and move his feet and slide him to the right or left.
That's at least 2 months from now. Didn't have him played right. Read the card wrong. Freese is going to try for third, and he'll get in on the base hit by Cervelli.
Now you've got to adjust that card.
No, you don't get a pie piece for that. Yeah, he moved toward the line right before that, and turns out Cervelli ends up hitting it more toward the gap.
Yeah. The minute the ball gets away and extends the play, then David Freese is going to read it, and then go. Now it becomes awkward. They've got to adjust everything, and that really gives you the green light to go ahead and take that extra base because they're in recovery out there now. So that's that prompts that extra 90 feet.
The piece of hitting there by Cervelli. And Jordy Mercer, who has been good in these spots, very quietly, mostly in the 8th spot this year, hitting .319 with runners in scoring position.
Becomes kind of a key little situation for both Mercer and Lance Lynn, because if Lynn gets him, then he can work against the pitcher. For Jordy Mercer, he knows that if he doesn't get it done, well, that's going to be opening the door for Lynn to get out of the jam. So the heat's on him too in this number 8 spot. Both these guys have been up and down the street. Lance Lynn's been around for a while. This will be his 8th major league season. He's had some good years for the Cardinals. Back in 2012, he won 18. The next 2 years, 15 wins each year. So he knows what it's like to get out of jams and win baseball games.
Mercer has had success against Lynn. .348 lifetime with a home run. And you're right, Steve, with the pitcher on deck, that 8th spot critical in a National League lineup, isn't it?
Yep, and Lynn might not want to really give Jordy anything to really drive, because he can have Tyone represent.
Well, they're going to get one for short, and they're going to get out of it.
That goes to Lynn.
And then they'll have the pitcher leading off the next inning, so they get out of it.
Strangers are doing fantastic things in the community, and that continued this morning when the Pirates paid a visit to Murraysville, Pennsylvania, to Bill Mazeroski's Miracle League field, and it was athletes from 5 different Miracle League programs. Ages were 8 to 18. They received customized Pirates jerseys, goodie bags, and they learned from Pirates players and coaches, and also team president Frank Coonley was there as well. They all served as instructors. 5 different baseball skill stations. The kids practice batting, running, base running, and a lot more. Now, Pirates Charities partner with Baseball Fantasy Camp for Kids to make this day possible. Chris Stewart, Trevor Williams, 2 of the guys you see right there. Pirates coach Dave Jowls, team president Frank Coonley was there as well. Really a great event. These guys never get tired of taking part in these events. And Steve, I know you have been to that complex before, and you know exactly what it means to these young kids, ages 8 to 18, to play the game we all love.
It's a great operation. We went out there when it first opened, and these things are miracles. They are miracles for kids that were constantly told they couldn't play ball, and now they can play ball. It's that simple, and it's that good. It's fabulous. Those things are miracles. They are miracles.
And also for their families. You think about the brothers and sisters that might be playing, and there could be some envy there. They get to play too, and for the parents.
Those,
just being able to sit down in the stands and watch your kid play.
Yeah, those kids and even adults, they grab you. I mean, they grab your gut, they grab your heart a little bit. It's you go out and you're involved in those kind of things, whether it's the beginning or now during when it's operational, and you drive away after and your heart feels good. It's wonderful.
Thanks to everybody a part of that. And, then today and for the future.
There's more and more Miracle League fields being developed all over the place. It's a great project.
Here, Tyone 2-2 on Martinez. Barely missed. And when he's missing just out of the zone and down.
And downstairs. I don't buy into this pitching upstairs business. I really don't.
Occasionally for effect, right?
But, oh, yeah, absolutely. On occasion when it's right. But as a theme, I don't know.
It's the third strikeout for Tyone. And bring the kids to the Bucks matinee matchup against the Brewers this Thursday at 12:35. All kids 14 and younger taking home that Pirates Velcro paddle ball. Catch that thanks to Mrs. T's Pierogies. Get your tickets at pirates.com/tickets. And speaking of the kids promotion tomorrow too, due to a manufacturing error, the Pirates have made the decision to not distribute the scheduled promo item. That is the truck that was going to give out tomorrow. Instead, rain checks will be given to all kids 14 and younger in attendance at the game, and then the promotional item will be mailed. So the Pirates apologize for any inconvenience, but at least you'll get it soon and to your house.
The old shovel play. Come over and get it. Don't take time to get it out of the glove. Just get it in the glove and then open the glove and shove it to your first baseman. And it looks good when it happens. I've seen that play go crazy sometimes when you don't get the glove open or you hook it around the corner, but that one was textbook.
An all-star play?
Yeah, from an all-star player.
Matt Carpenter, base hit his first time. Tyone wriggled out of a couple of singles to start the inning, and since he has retired them all. No batting gloves for Carpenter. No extra sleeve. Does have the wristbands on, but you almost don't see that anymore, where guys don't have a body armor. He doesn't have any elbow pad or shin guards or anything.
Pretty pristine approach. Pretty good looking curveball there too that Jamison could have gotten a call on.
Now the 3-1.
Right there, 94 miles an hour.
Tyone going to keep that scoreless streak going. 18 and a third scoreless in a row, and we're scoreless here on AT&T Sportsnet. as we begin the bottom of the third. I'm going to look at our day automotive. This day in Pirates history. Back in '94, the Pirates overcoming an 8-run deficit, beating the Astros 11-8. John Wehner getting the rally started in the second with a pinch hit 2-run single. Carlos Garcia with 4 RBIs, including the go-ahead home run in the 7th inning. And that come from behind win, 8 runs, 4th time that the Pirates have done that in their history. That is the most runs that they've ever surmounted and came back to win in their history. This now stands into its 131st season of ball.
That out being made, and Joe, that will segue into a situation where I have absolutely no shame. Well, we have a moment. That 11-8 comeback win last Wednesday. My grandson Christopher Parker came into a game they were trailing 8-1. He pitched 4 scoreless innings. They won the game 11-8. So proud of my grandson, and I'm sorry, I apologize, but it was a great moment.
No apologizing for that.
Yeah, his team, the Upper St. Clair traveling team, won their championship in that particular event, and it was a great day for the whole team. And Christopher Parker made his grandpa pretty proud.
Oh, congratulations to them.
He told me he'd kill me if I didn't mention it. Great to see the kids.
No doubt. Back to the top of the order here with Frazier. 3 hits yesterday. Bounced out his first time.
And by the way, the gentleman that gave all the accolades to our entire Pirates TV organization, I had to mention their names, Forrest and Alan and my good friend Nick. They all raved, and they're big fans of Supermo. They love the way our camera gets that done and shows them exactly what happened in the play. So they raved about the presentation of Pirate baseball on television and the camera people that do it. So that's great. That's great to hear.
Yeah, we've been able to show you some really one-of-a-kind type pictures now with the technology that's out there today. Frazier rolling over that one. And with 2 down, let's go downstairs. Robbie and Spikowski's got another day in history. What do you got?
Yeah, pretty cool story. Bob Gibson pitched to Roberto Clemente on this date, July 15th, 1967. And Bob Gibson's right fibula was fractured by a line drive hit by Roberto Clemente. The Pirates won the game 6-3 at Busch Stadium. Now, the injury would keep Gibson out until Labor Day, but he recovered enough after that and pitched 3 complete games in the World Series against the Boston Red Sox and allowed a combined 3 earned runs. How about that? Clemente breaking a fibula and Bob Gibson being undeterred from it, guys.
Well,
he was that strong.
I mean, you pitched against Bob Gibson quite a bit. I mean, was there too many guys tougher than him?
No. And he always said he didn't like hitting guys, but it didn't cause him to lose any sleep. And he protected his pitching room. He was just a great athlete, great pitcher. I think they'll prove me wrong in the truck, but it seemed like one year he had 37 starts and 28 complete games out of the 37 starts, something like that. A tremendous percentage. Jason will call me up and say, you're wrong again. But it was in that neighborhood.
Yeah. And that was the year before his 112 earned run average in '68 when the Cardinals won the pennant again.
Yeah, and he was 22-9. Who beat him? How could he lose 9 games? How can that happen?
Cardinals probably didn't score. Tough standard to live up to for these Redbirds.
Yeah, we did some research on that, and it was a crazy combination of factors that created 9 losses for a guy that had an ERA of 1.12.
And that was
the year of the pitcher.
The year of the pitcher, and of course, baseball expanded the next year quite significantly, and the mound was lowered from 15 inches to where it is today at 10 inches. So baseball trying to change the game to spark offense.
Yeah. The interesting thing is, the mound was just as high in 1967 as it was in '68, yeah. But '68 was the year it all fell in place. Denny McLain won 31.
Even the Blue Hairs will remember that. And Lynn
with that.
with his first strikeout. Still zeros here from PNC Park tonight.
Look at the Clemente wall on Roberto Clemente's number 21. Well, how about this story? Two Pittsburgh-based ad executives made their way down to Miami for the All-Star festivities last week on part of the Retire 21 campaign. Their names are Tyler Bergholz and Josh Wygod, two guys that want to see Roberto Clemente's number 21 retired. So they went down and campaigned and made their way down, put their ad on the side of a truck, and even got a little bit of celebrity support as we look at some Point Park University tweets. Billy Gardell, a very famous Pirates fan, a part of the whole thing. Now, there is a change.org petition that has almost 2,900 supporters already. Joe and Steve, when you look at it, Joe, Steve, I know you play with Roberto Clemente. I know you stand very firm behind this, Roberto Clemente, and seeing his number 21 retired. But pretty cool if these two guys went down to Miami and just started a grassroots campaign to get it all done and get the signatures in MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred.
And Pham hits one right off that wall. And, you know, I think that's such an interesting thing because in no other sport is there a uniform number retired throughout. Baseball did that, of course, with Jackie Robinson in '97, and you know, you think about what Clemente did, and it's a worthy nomination.
Well, my name's on that petition because he led the way, like Jackie Robinson led the way for blacks to be in the major leagues. Clemente led the way for the opening of the door for Latinos. So unique talents and unique individuals that had the strength and wherewithal and met all the challenges.
Neat report too. Good to see folks taking up that cause down in Miami. And here Tyone working with the man on for the first time since the early part of the first. Tommy Pham already with 2 hits tonight. He's been hot. Harrison doing a nice job going back on that ball.
Yeah, in between, hop, deep. That's a really an above average play by Josh Harrison. Cost the Pirates 90 feet, but Fowler did his job moving Pham over. But Josh Harrison did his job also. It was a little bit awkward in between right there, and Josh stayed with it nicely.
Look at our Allegheny Health Network Supermo.
Yep, so there you go, Forrest and Allen. Your camera guys are hard at work for you.
So Pham at third, 1 out after Fowler put out.
Pirates playing up close in the infield. You know, Tommy Pham, ever since he's come to the big leagues, I can't look at him or hear about him or see his name without thinking of David Bowie, Fame. You know, that song Fame, Pham, and he's creating some fame against the Pirates. Good-looking young hitter.
Yeah, 2 hits tonight, average over 300. Infield is in. Cardinals looking for the game's first run. Their cleanup man is up. And Jerko comes through again. He's driven in all 3 of their runs in the series.
Nothing cheap about that line drive.
And for Jameson Taillon, 18 1/3 scoreless innings. Now erased. And 11 straight zeros put up by Pirate pitching against the Cardinals, now over.
All streaks end. Good looking swing for Jed Jerko.
Grew up in Morgantown, WVU product. Had a 2-run home run in the first inning yesterday. Now that single there. So the Cards cash in the leadoff double. Up to Taillon now to limit it right there. Taillon had not given up a run since facing the Cardinals the last time on June 23rd.
His 3rd career start against the Redbirds. Again, Molina goes down, tries to pick a ball up off the dirt, basically. He wants to go downstairs and make contact. The previous at bat, very close to being in the dirt.
Jerko with 5 steals over there at first. He's been selected and not been thrown out. Does not have above average speed, but in the right situation might try to stay out of a double play situation here.
And saw Mike Matheny having his players run in the first inning. So Jameson Taillon did a good job getting out of a early jam, back-to-back base hits to start the baseball game. Must have heard you, Joe. Keep track of Jerko. Frustrating year for the Cardinals. A lot of changes, a lot of adjustments. Players moving around in and out.
Well, they're aware of Jerko over there. Twisting toward the seats.
One last item about Bob Gibson. The following year, we were talking about 1967-68. They beat the Detroit Tigers, and Gibson was just as good. He struck out 17, and the story is Tom Gorman was working the plate, and they all went in. The writers went in to talk to Gorman. And said, "Well, how was Gibson?" He said, "He was great. He struck out 10. I struck out 7." I always like the stories of Tom Gorman. He's a great storyteller and a great major league umpire.
Yeah,
Son Brian still works.
Yeah.
And Jerko faking a move to second.
Gorman, one of the last ex-players to become an umpire.
Tease move towards second.
And for a guy that doesn't have a lot of speed, they know he may still run because of the situation here. Molina not very fast and is grounded into 6 double plays. Taillon's next pitch will be his 60th. Cardinals score first, cashing in that leadoff double by Pham on the Jerko 1-out single. Deeply hit, but well fouled.
Start number 12 for Jameson Taillon.
And a 2-to-1 strike to ball ratio. Like to see that. A stumble, and it looks like he got back in.
And do the Pirates want to take a look at this?
Whoop, yep. Yep. Just got in barely there. Look at our Allegheny Health Network Super Mo. Yeah, that back corner of the bag. Base runner's friend.
Another great look. Confirming the correct call.
Tyone with 3 strikeouts tonight, and he has had a number of 2-strike pitches where he's either not gotten a chase or a lot of balls spoiled.
Working hard here in the top of the 4th. Laboring, but has just given up a run to this point.
Out toward the corner, and Polanco there. Jerko is going to be doubled off.
Second base umpire going out. Chad Whitson to make the call as the first base umpire. Guccione went out to make sure the play was going to be made. Now Matheny want to look at it. Good work from Polanco to go over a ball slicing away from him and then making a strong, accurate throw in time. Yeah, hi guys. How do you like that, Super Mo?
4th outfield assist for Gregory Polanco, and that ends the threat.
It's time for the Toyota all-wheel drive RAV4th inning. Toyota, what drives you?
Beautiful night here in Pittsburgh, and the Cardinals scored first. Favorite time of night. Sun setting here on this July evening. Jed Jerko has driven in all 3 Cardinals runs this series. Carpenter with a wild throw, and McCutchen is safe.
Ball right at Matt Carpenter, so a couple of Cardinal mistakes. One on the base pass offensively, and now wild throw on the infield. Should have been pretty routine, but he caught a flyer. He just backed off the throw and cost him the out at first base.
Carpenter over at second base tonight. He's played plenty of that in his career, but primarily at first.
The door is open.
Pirates get the leadoff man aboard.
Keep in mind that Lance Lynn has given up those 20 home runs in his first 18 starts.
Josh Bell with quite the evening yesterday. That 3-run game winner, but also 2-out RBI single. Got on base 4 times, drove in 4. Pretty good 3-4 punch. The way that McCutchen has swung it. And Bell, a consistent power threat.
And those 20 home runs that Lynn has given up ties him for 4th place among National League pitchers with Garrett Cole.
In the year of the home run. Borderline pitch goes in Bell's favor.
He also mentioned on the other side of the ledger that Lynn has very good control. Just 1 walk in each of his last 3 starts. There have been no free passes.
And that goes through the glove. Right underneath it. That's a base hit. And Jerko, who had a good start to the last inning, driving in a run, ends up making the final out of the last inning. What's he supposed to be doing here, Steve?
Not that. See the catch in the background. He's not supposed to be out there unless he's sure he can go a little ways, but not commit that far towards second. And you know, it's not the highest percentage for Polanco, so maybe just gambling on the fact that the throw might have been a little off or something. He was taking a legitimate risk. That's an above average play because he's got to go over and get the ball and then make a strong, accurate throw. Tough package. He did it, and it burned Jed.
And the Pirates listen to another double play. That's the second one tonight. So Lance Lynn has gotten some help from the ground ball after not so much help in the field prior.
Well, he almost threw this ball away. He gets it right there and then takes the double step and almost throws it over the head of Matt Carpenter, who goes up and gets it, and after that it's easy.
1-4-3. Pirates had 2 men on in the second inning, and Lynn got an inning-ending double play. This moves McCutchen to third with 2 away. Pirates can knot it with a 2-out hit here from Polanco. He has hit safely in every game that he started this month, all 9.
All kind of possibilities when you're on third base. They used to rattle him off. It's a trick question. How many times can you score? How many different ways can you score from third base? It's a bunch.
Molina behind there will virtually eliminate many of those.
Yeah. Just 1 wild pitch thrown by Lance Lynn this year.
There's a reason that patch on his chest protector is shiny.
Gold. Yeah, gold. As in gold gloves.
Two and 1 now, a favorable count for Polanco.
Time we lit up this crowd, isn't it? Just to do something special.
Very good assembly here tonight. It's going to hang up there for Pham. Well, the Pirates get a little charity, but Lynn works his way out of it. Still 1-0 St. Louis.
Telecast is presented by the authority of the Pittsburgh Pirates and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
1-0 St. Louis on our UPMC scoreboard. Glad you're with us here on this Saturday night. And as we bring you the lowdown on AT&T Sportsnet, Madison Bumgarner returning to the Giants, and Johnny Cueto hitting the disabled list with blisters. Also Chris Sale with double-digit strikeouts. That's like saying that the sun rose. That gets through Freeze. So one Wildwood native to another.
Sharply hit, and David will tell you he should have had that ball. Very sharply hit at the hot corner. We've seen him make those plays, and he will be rewarded a base hit.
So leadoff man aboard for the third inning tonight for St. Louis. And all of the cool things that you see here on the lowdown, our Point Park scoreboard as well, so we keep you posted on everything going on, especially with the gravity of the games of feeling a little bit more important right now, as the Pirates have won 6 of 7 coming into tonight. Trying to make a run of this thing here in July. I was thinking about it today too. The 74 Pirates, 1974 Pirates, they ended up winning the division. At this point on this date that season, they were in 4th place, just like the Pirates are today. They were 7 games back, just like they are today, and they actually had a worse record. They were 11 games under 500. They end up beating the Cardinals by a game and a half, winning 88 games. So that doesn't happen all the time. Usually a team that's under 500, a lot of times they stay under 500. But it shows that it can happen even at this point of the season.
Good delivery as Jameson Tyone has him out in front, gets a strikeout. So, yeah, the goal, the challenge for a Pirate pitcher or any pitcher after a player does not make a play that he felt like he should, you pick your player up. Now, scores a base hit, properly, sharply hit ball. But when you are a pitcher, okay, you pick up your third baseman. That's a good start to it with that strikeout.
4 strikeouts now for Tyone. He also has fanned Martinez. With the pitcher due next.
So you take care of Martinez, and then you've got matchup with Lynn you want. Take care of the top of the 5th inning.
Right, buried along the window pane, right?
Yeah,
right on the sill.
Yeah, when he's missing, he's not missing too much upstairs, and that's a good thing.
Now the way he's been pitching, he won't break the glass, and I don't mean by velocity. I mean where he's pitching. Right, he's throwing it right along.
That's right.
The frame
might dent the woodwork, but not the glass.
His first full major league season, 2nd year with the Pirates. He's overcome so much. I don't want to walk the 8-hitter with the pitcher next. Like you said, Steve, try to make this a tidy frame. Maybe we can get that ground ball and have the pitcher leading off the next inning. Seeing a lot of lunging cuts by the Cardinals tonight.
Good low fastball. Just look at this collection of locations. I mean, he's just not giving in. I mean, that's a 3-1 delivery. He's not throwing down in the middle of the plate just to get a strike. That was a quality strike.
You should be in real estate, right? Location, location,
location.
location.
Low.
Yes. Strikes out Martinez. Back-to-back strikeouts. Good pitching from the Pirates tonight. Still trying to solve the Cardinals.
This is the matchup he wants.
But that has been the theme for the Pirates so far in July. The Barrel Automotive League leaders for tonight. And the Pirates, they're in the National League, are second. They're also second overall in the major leagues with that 2.70 ERA coming into tonight. That is shrinking. Flared out toward the gap. Voit does not run well, but now he will come home as that ball kicked around out there. He would have stopped, and now the Cardinals get a run.
Lance Lynn was looking for a fastball. He got it. It got out there. It was going to be a first and third situation, but the Pirates in the outfield do not get the job done. They don't get the ball in, and Lance Lewis got the pitch that he was looking for, and Andrew's not able to get the baseball. That creates the run.
There'll be an error on McCutcheon, his third. And a double, no run batted in. Voit, as you see, doesn't run great. And he was being waved once that ball got away from McCutcheon, but he would have definitely taken up residence at third. So the error cost the Pirates a run. They came from behind, trailing 2-0 last night against these Cardinals. Carpenter with a 2-out chance here. He's 1 for 2 tonight. There's Lynn, the pitcher.
Yep, with his third base hit.
2 of those doubles. And that first play of the inning, a hot shot, a base hit right at the hip of Freese, got through, and then Tyone with a couple of strikeouts, and then of all guys, the pitcher, Lynn, doubling.
Well, he does what I think a lot of pitchers should do. Look for a fastball first pitch. Take your rip.
Yeah, if it's anywhere close, right? And you think you can hit it?
Guess fastball.
Probably your best chance.
Yeah, so many times a pitcher is going to try to get ahead of you as a hitting pitcher with a fastball for a strike. And, Jameson did not get away with it.
1-2 on Carpenter. Also extending the inning. Pitch count up to 76. Tyone's spot is due up third in the 5th. And with the Pirates down 2, depending on the situation, may or may not bat. We'll see. And that sneaks through, and that will yield another run for St. Louis. Well, one of the most underrated parts of the game is defense.
Pitch outside, pulls it back through the middle, goes out and gets it. You can see the extension as he turns the hands over. Finds the hole, and the Cardinals add on.
They held up his swing on that away changeup. Cardinals get a pair with 2 outs. Lance Lynn's bat extends the inning. Now down 3. Facing a guy in Pham who in the last 7 games hitting close to 500. 2 hits tonight.
And Lance Lynn right in the middle of this, and by the way, last time out 6 shutout, or excuse me, 7 shutout innings against the Mets, so he's rolling. You don't want to give him too much. And uncontested stolen base for Carpenter as he apparently saw maybe he's going to go anyway, but he might have.
Just a second steal for Carpenter this year, and Tyone maybe a little bit bothered. Wasn't really paying attention.
No chances Cervelli loses the grip. Might have seen something about Tyone that he felt was careless, taken off.
That's rocketed fair. And the Cardinals striking for 3, all with 2 outs. And that's a double, the 3rd hit tonight for Pham. You just don't see Tyone have an inning like this very often.
And this ball is just ripped as they're starting to go downstairs perhaps, and just selling out to the fact that Tyone is keeping the ball down there and just selling out to look for pitches that are delivered down. Now Ray Searage out to talk with his pitcher as the Cardinals have opened up.
And this is a good visit. You know, we talk about Tyone, how stoic he is, how mindful he is, and he is. But here in this inning, one of the rare times I think we've seen from this young pitcher that, you know, maybe allowing the inning to affect his performance a little bit. And, you know, with the steal right there, that was kind of the red flag, at least for me. And that ended up maybe costing another run, as Carpenter was in scoring position on that hit.
Andrew cannot be happy about the play that he did not make in left center field.
Well, if anything, the way that this inning has continued, it's made it kind of moot. All the runs are earned. Jan Marinez starting to loosen.
And what are we going to do about Tommy Pham? He is just on fire.
2 doubles and a single tonight. Making sure he stays close. Cervelli's already had a man steal in this inning.
Looking for an out now, and Jameson Tyone right now looks out of sync.
Not seen that from him very often. Started after Voit single, a couple of strikeouts, looked harmless enough, but then Lance Lynn flaring a ball to the left center field gap with 2 outs. Voit would have taken residence at third, but ball juggled and he scored.
Green light. Thank you very much, because you know, if Jameson Tyone did not get Fowler right there, he might have been taken out of the ball game.
No doubt. Cardinals get 3 and they're up 4-0. Start the year with the Dodgers. Here on a pretty night, 4-0 St. Louis, all coming with 2 outs. Those 3 runs in the 5th, and whoa!
Watch the bullpen guy.
I believe that was Matt Bowman running along his side. That is this planned, or was this something from history? Someone come over from the Carnegie. Point Park tweets, a Pirate Parrot. Most people bird watch. We people watch. Yeah. Never know who the Parrot's going to bring over to the ballpark.
No.
A lot of friends.
A tough inning for Jamison Tyone. He really labored out there, struggled through a lot of pitches. The Cardinals come up with a 3 spot.
Very uncharacteristic. I got to get back with the bat. Still 5 innings left. And Lance Lynn so far has not been solved. He has induced a couple of double plays, which has helped thwart a pair of rallies.
Yeah, we mentioned he's coming off a very impressive performance against the Mets last time out.
Well, key game tonight for the Pirates. If they can win again, they move ahead of the Cardinals in the standings.
The last inning hurt.
Yeah, it could have been an inning where, even with that hit from Lynn, that he could still put up a 0, although who knows how it goes. All the runs earned to Tyone, who will likely be done for the night. His spot is on deck. And he's not there. Looks like it will be Jose Osuna. Lynn, meanwhile, too, a pretty economical pitch count. Just 56 here into the 5th. So that's 7 innings you speak of, unless the Pirates have an uprising here. Lynn could issue that. He's had mixed results against the Pirates through the years. They've certainly touched him plenty.
6-6 career-wise.
And Mercer called out on strikes. It's the 2nd strikeout for Lynn. And with nobody on base, Clint Hurdle will swamp out this pinch hitter. Yeah, that's in the zone. Our UPMC Sports Medicine strike zone. So Osuna still will wait to get his chance. Phil Goslin will come up, batting for Tyone, who went 5 innings tonight.
Giving up the 4 runs. All those runs coming after 2 outs. The base hit by Freese, and then 2 quick strikeouts. That close to leaving it at a 1-0 ball game. It's a completely different feel right now with what the Cardinals did offensively. Cervelli, was that Cervelli on the bullpen phone?
Yeah. 5-cent Saturdays.
Wow. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
And Jan Marinez, he'll be next up. Trying to get something cooking with 2 outs, just like the Cardinals did. Goslin has been up and down from Indianapolis this year. Started with the Pirates pro camp last year with Arizona, and coming into the season hitting over 280 in his young major league career, but has not found that same success with the Pirates. batting for just the second time since his recall. And nothing more than 14 until this inning. Big league average around 16, so that's what is going to buy Lynn some more time. Mike Matheny on the left, Derek Lilliquist, the pitching coach, on the right.
He hasn't walked anybody. By the way, Lynn on the shelf all of last year after elbow surgery. Salvo fired at the Cardinals dugout. Yeah, if you got blue hair, well, if you got blue hair.
It was totally black before that ball came in there. How about Goslin really working this one? 5 straight foul balls and finally getting one out of the zone that he takes. Already 8 pitches this at bat, trying to run up that pitch count. The day for the starting pitcher that doesn't have to start that day, right?
Yeah, it just gets better and better, doesn't it?
What an at bat for Phil Goslin. Hey, that's nice to see. He had a real rough go of it. First couple of stints with the Buccos. That was a nice at bat here on a night where the Pirates have not mustered much against Lance Lynn.
No, just out over the plate, hit it right back through the middle, hit it hard.
And spoiled everything else until he got what he wanted.
Oh, was it hard.
So for Goslin, his first hit as a Pirate in some time. Back to June the 8th. Of course, most of that time in the interim in Indy.
We've got a lot of people here tonight with nothing to cheer about so far. We've got to find something for them.
Well, the Cardinals got all 3 of their runs last inning with 2 outs.
That great shot of a lot of Pirate fans that have crossed over the river. See the Bucks tonight.
Taking advantage of the great weather.
Let's see if he do something for him. Molina out to talk.
Well, we've seen it. There's no better ballpark to enjoy a ball game and no better weather than we've had here tonight. And
summertime.
This is what AT&T is bringing us here. Part of all the images you see from your city and your team here in Pittsburgh. AT&T all seen all around the world, all the biggest sporting events.
Yeah, I mean that tag has some authority to it, doesn't it? AT&T Sportsnet.
Glad to be a part of it.
Yes.
3-0 count. Wanted to see one first. City that knows nothing but the best.
That's one of them. Terry Bradshaw.
Just that Goslin at bat, which he saw 9 pitches, and then goes from 50 through 4. He's at 72 right now. So now between he and what Frazier's doing here, those two have taken another inning from him. 23rd pitch of the inning, and it's not over yet. With Goslin on the move, he streaks to third, and the Buccos got something brewing here with 2 outs.
Nice to see from Adam Frazier, keeping it going, keeping his little mini string going, just out of the reach of Voigt. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, is that showing your first baseman up a little bit?
Lynn showing some frustration toward the direction of his rookie first baseman, who will join him on the mound there. Derek Lilliquist is out. Now, you don't usually see that.
All right, if I was Voigt, I wouldn't go to that meeting. And I think both the catcher and the pitching coach probably mentioning to Mr. Lynn that guys that surround you out there help you out a lot.
Yeah, they've turned a couple double plays behind him tonight. Molina last night picking off a runner. Those guys, just like on any team. What did you say earlier when the ball got by Freeze? You said, Tyon, what do? You go up, pick up your teammate, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that kind of in a little sidebar way motivates you. You're in this together with these guys, and they make plays behind you day after day, game after game, inning after inning. And when they boot one, you feel like you want to pick them up the way they picked you up so many times. Simple as that.
2-out chance, a chance here for Josh Harrison. And we'll see if Lynn maybe becoming a little unnerved here in this long inning. Two straight 2-out hits by Goslin and Frazier. And a little extra zip from Lynn here in this at bat.
So yeah, he's found himself able to reach back, get a little extra speed. He's out in front of Josh with some heat. Some heat that we've seen for the first time. The big man still got something in the tank here in the 5th inning. 6'5", 280. Goes to the whip again.
And his fastest stuff tonight, all coming in this at bat. One-two. Now even.
And, no finesse right now. Just a lot of fastballs.
His 5 fastest pitches of the night have all come to Josh Harrison in this plate appearance. Maybe a little adrenaline surging after he got fired up. Looks intense. Right underneath it. And Martinez able to end the inning. 2 hits, 2 left, and it stays 4-0 St. Louis here on AT&T Sportsnet. Music from the Rex coming to Stage AE on the 25th. And here on the 15th, the Cardinals with a 4-0 lead on our UPMC scoreboard. Cards have had a couple of rallies that have been negated. Now the bullpen with Jan Marinez.
His numbers overall.
That includes his time with Milwaukee. A waiver claim earlier this year.
And appearance number 20 tonight as a Pirate.
And has fared well with the Pirates in terms of using that changeup in addition to the fastball and the slider. Something Ray Searage has invited him to do more of. Though due to face lots of right-handed batters here, so Ray Searage has done wonders with many pitchers. There are some that come in and that do not find the results, but there have been many who have.
Yes, and a great job.
And some like Marinez, he has not come on so far and say ascended to the level of a Felipe Rivero or somebody like that, of course, but finding a guy for nothing, claiming him off waivers, and having a useful major league player, that is something that is no small feat, and the better teams end up getting a few of those here and there. Hard thrower. Had some command issues, but so far has been able to throw more strikes. Is that one? No. Chris Guccione.
By the way, final line for Jameson Taillon: 5 innings, 4 runs earned, 8 hits, no walks, 5 strikeouts. Nunez comes inside, and that's a check swing and a possible lifesaver. He's trying to protect his health and not swing at the same time. Back in there again. Now it goes to 3-2. Yeah, one thing you have to do, you can have the good stuff, but when you get somebody 0-2 with the good stuff, you got to put them away.
Jerko with 3 runs batted in here in the first 2 games of this series.
.97 miles an hour.
Perfect night in a perfect ballpark.
Twilight time.
And Marinez ends up losing Jerko after being ahead 0-2. So leadoff man aboard for St. Louis. And let's look at our T-Mobile Unlimited Baseball break. Joe Ross, a talented young pitcher for the Nationals, will undergo Tommy John surgery, ending his season and beyond. Tyler Chatwood leaving the game after throwing 19 pitches for the Rockies tonight as they make a playoff push. Bartolo Colon will make his Twins debut on Tuesday, still hanging in there with an ERA over 8 in Atlanta. Maybe a switch of leagues will help the Mound Methuselah, Mr. Colon.
Keeps on trucking along, doesn't he?
Well, he'll get another chance after being an all-star last year, but when we saw him in Atlanta, it's not that he is throwing all that slower than he did before. It's just the location starting to wobble a bit. So McCutcheon with a nice play to get the first out.
A lot of carry on this ball, but Andrew gets over and has time to collect it.
And with that ball being very likely to be caught, Jerko did not get caught as he did his last time on base. And a pop-up. Josh Harrison, does he have it? Yeah. He's trying to fake out Jerko. I don't see it. I don't see it. Guys, I see it. Just pretend.
Yeah, go ahead. Try some.
What gives? Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm trying to get you out.
Head games.
I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Yeah.
And look right at first. Yeah. And ready to throw.
Right. Yeah, right. I don't see it.
And I'm going to throw you out. One of the guys that has the most fun playing ball out there, it's so evident. Great representative for the Pirates in the All-Star game. Wow, it's some of the greats and one of the newer guys, unless that's a Gus Bell jersey.
They got some generations covered there.
Oh, maybe that's a Josh Bell. Yeah.
They should have sold some Josh Bell jerseys after last night.
Yeah, that game-winning home run, the first Pirates rookie to hit a game-winning home run since Pedro Alvarez did back in 2010. And I listened to the call of that today, and you were very excited on that home run. I mean, you're always excited, but extra so. So I wish I was there. It must have been.
It was fun to watch. It was fun to watch.
Jerko's having a tough time on the bases tonight. Ow. Right in the ribs. Allegheny Health Network Super Mo.
I'll tell you, at first base, everything is exposed. I mean, it is right on the money. You see everything. The naked base.
And Marina's a good slider.
Big breaking ball. Jim chases.
How about that?
That's what he's capable of doing right there. That's why they got him.
Nice comeback after the leadoff walk. Keeps it at 4-zip.
Sportsnet is brought to you by the Chevy Trax and your Western PA Chevy dealers. And by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Let's go, Bucks!
Arr. Arr. Let's get something going. Arr.
The Renegades of the Rotunda, the Incline. And the sisters are in town. They just took a little spin on the Incline tonight, in fact. Might be them. Somewhere back there.
Up in my neighborhood. I hope they got their papers in order.
Is that
there?
Yeah. Is that how you get to work?
I've done that.
Come down the mountain?
I haven't done it to go to work, but to get into town, sure.
Yeah.
As a senior citizen, I can ride the Incline and get on buses, and that's right around the city.
Wow. Well, you're looking good for a senior citizen. I didn't even know that. It snuck up on me.
Yeah. It's not maybe as charming as you think. You know, you don't make a lifestyle about being old.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you wear well, Steve. I hope to look half as good when I'm twice your age.
Well, you better have your eyes checked first thing. That would be the first step.
And that hangs up there long enough for Fowler, and McCutcheon 1 for 3 tonight. And speaking of the Port Authority, the Connect card, which you use to ride, can save you big on Pirates tickets this season. Up to $10 on select Sunday through Thursday home games right here at PNC Park. Get your tickets now at pirates.com/connectcard. So see,
I'll tell you, it all fits, doesn't it?
You
It
take
all
the tea
fits.
or whatever, the bus, whatever you want. And you get savings. And who doesn't love savings? These guys love savings. They know the value of a dollar. Go rake the leaves. There are no leaves. Well, go rake them. I'll give you a dollar. Everybody enjoying a nice night tonight. Trying to have some fun like you did last night with Josh Bell, the game winner.
Got to create a little excitement here.
No, last night the mood was, man, the Pirates have a lot of chances, and can they just convert one of these and get the lead? They had some great pitching. And tonight, Lance Lynn has gotten out of a couple of, nothing big, but some things that looked like maybe something was budding, but not a lot of major opportunity for the Pirates tonight. And O gave up 3 when Bell homered off him last night.
And don't forget about tomorrow. We got the battle of the hair. We got Trevor Williams with his beard, and then we got Carlos Martinez with his blue hair. Mike Leake. He had a strange kind of night, walking 3 in a row. At one point, the guy known for his good control.
Right, and that was one of the situations where, Polanco drove in the tying run, but he thought, well, maybe I get a little more out of this. Well, tonight, just the opposite. Pirates haven't had that many opportunities yet. Last night, 5 innings for Leake. Softly hit. But Carpenter still with time. Bell running hard all the way. But that's the second out. 2 up and 2 down in the Pirates' 6th. And look at our Nissan road ahead. There is the finale tomorrow, and a day contest. Martinez versus Williams. Martinez becoming one of the more established and successful young pitchers in the game. Trevor Williams, since moving to a starting role, for the most part, very effective. There's an old picture of Martinez prior to the pewter colored hair that he has now. He's an eccentric sort. Yeah. I think we're all excited to be part of the AT&T family. I wore this tie tonight to help that. And maybe Carlos Martinez trying to dye his hair blue for that too.
Well, I think he's celebrating the transition. I don't think there's any doubt.
Yeah. You got your blue shirt on, I notice.
This is my 2017 ties, blue.
one a year, right? For each season. So what is it now? 34? You got 34 ties now? Is that right?
I don't have that many ties.
Okay. Well, some of them have gone away,
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Well, she's celebrating.
Now there's a celebration right there.
34 fries.
Just go for it. That's it.
Yeah, you don't want to leave one.
You know what you like, go for it.
Kids having fun at the ballpark. That's great.
And that's full throttle right there. We're just not holding anything back. We're going to go for the fries.
He's already had his fun.
Listen to Greg and Bob over there on the left.
Three 2 on Freeze. Pirates got a couple of 2-out hits last inning. Trying to get something going. And he's called out on strikes. Got the outer edge. And the Pirates go down 1-2-3 in the 6th. 4-0 St. Louis.
Pirates baseball on AT&T Sportsnet is brought to you by Barrel. We'll beat anybody's price. Find out more at barrel.com. And by Levin's, the official furniture and mattress supplier to the Pittsburgh Pirates. For the best quality, service, and value, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
Oh, it is turning to nightfall and the time beginning to run out perhaps on the Pirates tonight. 7th inning already. And they've had a hard time with Lance Lynn on the other side. 3 2-out runs by the Cardinals in the 5th. Off of since departed James Tyone, the Pirates starter tonight. Really has put a damper on things so far, but Pirates have come from behind in this deficit before this season.
Well, Lance Lynn has done it on the mound, and that was a key base hit to get things started after 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. That was a big part of that rally that was started and turned into a 3-pointer.
You know, if the Pirates can come from behind tonight, they ascend past the Cardinals in the standings. Carlos Martinez will go tomorrow for St. Louis. Jose Martinez, no relation, though the son of the late Carlos Martinez, the ex-outfielder with Cleveland and the White Sox. Facing Yan Marinez, no T. Almost hit him. Jose, a long road to the major leagues. One in belt high there. 887 major league games.
Minor league games?
Minor league games, yeah. Sorry, beg your pardon. He was 28 years old before being called up for the first time last season. Another fastball at 97 from Marinez. Came on in the 6th. Scoreless, hitless frame. Lance Lynn is on deck. And ball 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Martinez wanted to round up.
That was one of those intentional walks that they just sent you down there. Okay, it's ball 3, but maybe 3.5. Yeah, ball 3.5.
On our UPMC Sports Medicine Math Zone, 2 + 1 = 3. He's just a soothsayer, I guess. He knew what was going to happen. Well, if you need to keep track of the count or all the scores of the game, make sure you use MLB.tv. Every night, every device, watch every out-of-market regular season game live. Plus, get a free subscription to At Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv. Check out the details.
Okay, Jan, they're going to give you an out here if get the ball in the strike zone, and if it makes a bad bunt with Lynn running, you might have a chance for a double play.
And Cervelli thought about getting the lead out. He's had to sacrifice 2 to 4. So Martinez at second with 1 out.
Now Cervelli out to talk with Juan Marinez, and while we have a moment, just want to recognize a good friend that is being recognized by the PGA, the Professional Golfers of America. Sam Deep out at Hickory Heights is going to be receiving the Deacon Palmer Award in honor of Arnold Palmer's dad, for a person in the golf world that has overcome a great deal of adversity, and Sam Deep III has done that out at Hickory Heights. Owner, head pro, a great friend, and continues to be an inspiration. Congratulations, Sam. You're going to be recognized in November, receiving the Deacon Palmer Award from the PGA. Sam Deep.
Thanks for sharing that, Steve.
Yep, good man. He is a good man. Sam, after a horrific car accident, has persevered and then some. And then a lot.
Well, it means a lot that you share these notes here and there when warranted. One strike on Matt Carpenter. Right to Bell. And there's this second out. Tommy Pham is coming up. He's 3 for 3 tonight. And our Yellowwood bringing the lumber. He has done that really only in this series, but also in recent weeks too. And a leadoff double in the fourth, ended up scoring, and then a run-scoring double himself in the fifth inning. Played at the third of the 3 2-out runs by the Cardinals. That has created the margin that they enjoy. 4-0 here in the seventh. And a strike call. Cervelli alertly paying attention to Martinez at third.
Francisco thought about going behind the back of Pham, but Pham, I keep saying Pham, couldn't hold on to the baseball. Was going to take a shot, maybe.
Yadier Molina throwing behind Gregory Polanco last night. He's known for that. There's some guys that like to throw a lot behind runners. Third base a little more unusual. Usually don't have somebody at the bag.
Yeah, and from a throwing lane standpoint, if he wants to throw behind the batter to third base, he's probably going to have to deal with the runner at third base in terms of not hitting him in the middle of the back as he makes his way back to third base.
And with the right-handed batter too, also obstructing that. Might have caught Martin Cervelli.
Yep, that glove hand.
It's still bothering him. Yeah, one of the fingers already taped up. That is a tough job, being back behind the plate physically. Cardinals looking for an insurance run. Mariñas trying to get through the seventh. And Cervelli just doesn't feel very good.
Did he get it again? Oh, yeah. It's beat up the catcher night with PNC. Well, maybe it'll make him forget about how much the hand hurts.
Right, isn't that the remedy? You stomp on your foot or something, right? Hit your hand, stomp on your foot. And Chris Stewart knows all about that. A lot of empathy. But that's the trade they choose. To retire Pham here with 2 outs. Another long at bat. This will be the 8th pitch coming up.
I got it.
Pham singled in the first, doubled in both the 4th and 5th innings, raising that average to .313.
Put him away.
Another 2-2. And he struck him out, but he got to throw him out. And he is called out. And Mike Matheny is going to want to see if indeed he was.
What a recover. What about that pick at first base?
And if the throw did not beat him, a run would score on that play. And Matheny will not challenge.
That is a big pick.
Wow. Great pick, great throw. Saved a run. And we'll stretch with St. Louis still on top. And Josh Bell with a good pick. It's one of baseball's oddities. It's been around since the 19th century. You got to, if the third strike is not caught in most situations, you got to throw the runner out at first base.
I didn't think we had a chance to have this play result in an out. Good pursuit by Cervelli and a terrific pick by Josh Bell to get that out.
Cervelli staying with it. And Bell, who is improving defensively at first.
And that's how tough it is to get Tommy Pham. Pham.
Yeah, he strikes out and you think, okay, you finally got him on an 8th pitch of the at bat, and he still almost reached and still almost brought home a run. So sometimes when you're hot, you're hot. Lance Lynn starting the inning at 94 pitches. Polanco, Cervelli, and then Mercer. Need to get something going. He has been tough to solve. No extra base hits off Lynn tonight. Hey, just a reminder, as you enjoy a cold one, to look forward to Miller Time later in the game, brought to you by Miller Lite.
And whenever we have made a little bit of noise, Lance Lynn has gotten a double play. Got a big double play in the bottom of the second. Got another important, very important double play, 2 on, nobody out in the bottom of the 4th.
Matt Bowman.
T-Rex.
Yeah. Having some fun earlier tonight. That Puerto Rican flag for Yadier Molina, one of the, I think it'd be fair to say, a national hero. Baseball as popular as it is. And very outspoken about his country. Francisco Cervelli. And the tumult there. And I think it was interesting what Clint Hurdle alluded to the other day. In the baseball perspective of things, which again pales in comparison to what's going on there, of course, but what about winter ball this year? That may have an effect on some teams. Cervelli put together the first extra base hit for the Pirates tonight off Lance Lynn. Well, maybe they're able to break through here in the later innings.
Pitch delivered up in the zone, out over the plate, extend the hands, give it a ride to right center field.
Pirates' first 6 hits, all singles. Tough to really get anything going unless you bunch them all together. So here, a 1-out double. 12th for Cervelli. And now Mercer with a chance to drive him in. Coming into tonight, 319 with runners in scoring position, but he bounced into an inning and double play with men at the corners in the second inning. Lynn over that century mark now in pitches. And there's no magic number that a pitcher all of a sudden becomes less effective at that point, but clearly every pitcher, the longer the night goes on, usually decreases in his effectiveness.
I would guess he's got a pretty short leash right now. It's not a massive lead. Bowman is ready.
He's a sinker baller who specializes coming on with men on. John Jaso in the on-deck circle would bat for Marinas. The Pirates' leading pinch hitter this season. That shot out to right. And Martinez was playing shallow. Able to get to that quickly and limiting Cervelli to third. So 2 on, 1 out, and Jaso coming up. So Mercer comes through, even though does not score the run. Still a big hit.
That's it. Going to be it for Lance Lynn.
Well, Mike Matheny did not have a lefty loosening for Jaso, but he did have Matt Bowman, who does get a lot of double play balls, and the Cardinals need one to keep the score intact. Pirates trying to change that, and Matt Bowman coming on earlier. Very intense preparation for his outing.
This is how he gets loose. That's pretty good stuff. By the way, Matt Bowman, we saw him last night, and the Pirates got a couple quick hits off him. They got helped by a double play shortly after that, but degree of success against this right-hander as they try to break through and get up on the board.
John Jaso's come through with a lot of clutch hits late in ball games this season. 6 pinch hits, 2 of those home runs. But as you said, Steve, Bowman got a double play ball last night. He's gotten 7 of those this year. Has stranded the last 11 inherited runners that he's had. So this is the Pirates' opportunity to cut into the deficit. (1-0). Check swing on a sinker.
Yeah, Bowman's not going to be a guy that's going to overpower you. His approach, his game is all about turning the ball over, getting you hit the top of the ball and hitting it on the ground.
Now 2-1 on Jaso.
Just in case you're wondering, he has given up 3 home runs coming out of the Cardinal bullpen.
I like what you're thinking about. A.J. Schugel would be next. Marinas lifted for a pinch hitter. And Jaso ahead, 3-1. Yeah, try to cheer on the Bucks. Let's get on the scoreboard here. Down 4-0. Lance Lynn was very good tonight. Adam Frazier, he's on deck. He got to hit his last time. 3-1 from Bowman. Jaso pops it up. Probably not deep enough. No, certainly not now. Not with Pham coming on in shallow left. And Jaso is the second out. Bowman recovering after a 3-1 count to get Jaso. Need some 2-out magic here. If you get one, you feel a little better. If you can get a couple here in this inning, then it starts to really get interesting, even with only a couple innings left at the plate. Frazier a single his last time. For 3 lifetime against Bowman.
There's that fastball in that 90-91 range again.
Cervelli and Mercer on the bases. 2 outs. And now 1-1 on Frazier. Bowman went to Princeton, studied dynamic ticket pricing in his junior and senior term papers as an economics major. Earned his degree.
Dynamic ticket pricing. That's an interesting subject.
And Tyler Lyons, the southpaw in the St. Louis pen. With Jaso and now Frazier, the lefty batters up. Matheny now getting a lefty ready for later on. And 3-1 on Frazier. Adam Wainwright, the starter on Monday for St. Louis after the series concludes. He has had a down year for putting up many fantastic campaigns, and part of the reason why the Cardinals are right around where the Pirates are right now, on the outside looking in at the moment. Really, if one team or the other can make some hay, I mean, you know, look, Pirates win this series and they win the series against Milwaukee. They go 5-2, just as they did on the previous road trip. You know, is that enough to really throw them right back in the race? Yeah, maybe. Cardinals, Michael Wacha. But if you split a bunch going forward, not enough traction. Well, here's some traction. A walk. Bases full of buccos. And with 2 outs, the tying run will come to the plate here in the 7th.
Good at bat. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep pushing.
Josh Harrison 0 for 3 tonight. He's due. He's had a bit of a dry spell since being named an All-Star. Looking for his first career grand slam. We'll take a base hit here. This is the Pirates' best chance tonight. Harrison 3 for 5 lifetime against Bowman.
Got it in on the hands.
It will get out of play. But now Bowman ahead, 2 strikes. Well, Lance Lynn put up a 0 so far, but a couple of those runners are his responsibility. And Francisco Cervelli, a double. He's at third. Mercer at second after his single. Frazier walking. And Bowman tasked to get out of this. The Pirates trying to come up with some late inning magic again tonight. Got underneath it. And Pham will get the final out. Tough night for the Bucks bats. Stranding 3 here in the 7th. As we move on to the 8th inning here tonight. And Josh Harrison popping out to left to end the inning. Pirates threatened with the bases loaded. Let's look at our cricket attendance for tonight. Robust Saturday night crowd, 35,658. Thanks for being a part of it tonight here on AT&T Sportsnet, here at the ballpark as well. Still hoping that they'll raise it tonight. A quiet night offensively. Let's look at some of our social media. Thanks to Point Park, Emily, loving life. Yeah, still, you know what? Win or lose, always a great night at the ballpark. And Brittany thinks the same thing. Having a little time with the parrot tonight. Got that beautiful backdrop. I know it. Yep, it's great place to be. Hopefully some better news as we move along tonight, but the time running out for the Buccos, down 4-0 as we start the 8th. Third pitcher of the night. A.J. Schugel, just recalled before the All-Star break, making a second stint with the Pirates. He's only appeared in one game, got the victory. So 3-inning relief outing, and stringing that together after Kyone's last scheduled start, where he could not go. Fowler hitless in 3 trips tonight. Pirates 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position tonight. That was the Mercer single in that 7th inning. Also some other changes as well, as John Jaso will stay in the ball game. He's out in left field. Adam Frazier will swing over to second base. That means Josh Harrison is out. He was the final batter in the 7th, so that allows on the double switch a chance for the Pirates to probably not have to use another pitcher tonight. Fowler is gone. 0 for 4 now. Trevor Rosenthal throwing.
Saw him last night.
He has come on as of late after being taken out of the closer role last year in June.
A very tidy inning, 3 up, 3 down with a couple strikeouts last night.
Jerko with an RBI single in the 4th. That got the scoring started. Cardinals with 3 2-out runs in the 5th off Jamison Tyone, who lasted 5 innings tonight.
Marinez followed him with a couple of scoreless innings, a couple walks, a couple of strikeouts for Jan Marinez.
And that's important, even in a game where, you know, you're trailing, you're bringing in those guys that don't pitch all that often. And
give them some work.
The way that the Pirates have been playing, they've won 6 of 7. Those guys haven't got a lot of work. Mix in the All-Star break with it. But also, when you put up a 0, Pirates had a chance the last inning, bringing the tying run to the plate. So, you know, if you let the game get out of hand, that just never even happens. And Jerko down on strikes. Let's check in with Dan Potash. He has a game break. Well, is that right? Wow. First Dodger rookie or first rookie to hit for the cycle? Wow, that's, I would think Dodger rookie. That is something else. That guy has, remember, I don't even think he came up till May.
Yeah, he started in AAA. And think of all the rookies of the year that the Dodgers have had. First one with a cycle. And their list of players, first-year players that have won that award is longer than any other team.
It's so long, in fact, that they painted a mural of all the rookies of the year on the side of Dodger Stadium.
Credit to their organizational development and scouting
throughout the generations. That was a tough play over there. And Polanco earlier this year hurt his ankle sliding into that short wall over there earlier this year. He looks to be fairly okay. And that's a smart thing, right? You go foot first there if you're not exactly sure where the wall is.
Yeah, you go into that kind of slide that used to be described as a pop-up slide. Get some kind of a shock absorber effect with that lead foot, perhaps.
Yeah, that time when he hurt his ankle the last time, kind of didn't know exactly when the slide, and this time committing that slide a little bit earlier. Learning.
Yeah, learning along the way.
Yeah. Where that spot is.
And he feels that too. Feel that what he just did. Mr. Schubel takes care of things here in the 8th.
Well, now the Pirates need some runs coming up. Andrew McCutchen will lead it off. Josh Bell with the game-winning home run last night, and then David Freese. 3, 4, and 5 coming up. Bucks trail it 4-0. and we see you. That's some fun dancing.
We should be dancing.
Well, we will be if the Buccos can get some runs here tonight. They've threatened here late. Time running out. And a look at the lowdown. Yoenis Cespedes leaving the game tonight for the Mets. And Bartolo Colon will start for the Twins on Tuesday.
As you mentioned, Rosenthal very tidy work last night. 3 up, 3 down, couple of strikeouts. He comes to work here in the 8th inning.
Part of the order: McCutchen, Bell, Freeze. Trying to generate something. How about that? Foul ball. Even foul balls are hit hard right now by Andrew McCutchen. Tonight a single. He reached on an error and lined out.
Former closer for the Cardinals, looking like a closer last night.
He's been shutting down opponents. He's not allowed a base runner since the 1st of July. Came up as a starting pitcher, then moved to the pen, and like you said, the 9th inning guy. Had some trouble last June, and they brought over the Stone Buddha from Asia, Korean-born Sun Hwan Oh, who allowed the home run to Josh Bell last night. And for the first time since the switch 13 months ago, the two are really kind of going in opposite directions. Rosenthal has been nearly flawless, and Oh has run into some trouble.
Yeah, with the home runs. That was home run number 8 last night. A lot for a closer.
Yeah, Oh has given up 11 runs in his last 13 innings. Rosenthal ahead here, and with 98, able to take care of McCutchen.
Yep.
Strikeout by Cardinals pitching tonight.
Yeah, good changeup preceded that good fastball. 1-2 punch for Trevor Rosenthal.
That's just not fair to make 98 look faster.
Yeah. That's probably what they're saying about Mr. Felipe Rivero too.
Oh yeah, the changeup, the slider, and an occasional curve. Josh Bell came up last night and thrilled us all with the game winner. He is having some kind of season now. The batting average isn't where he likes just yet, although he's hitting 7 straight. It's coming up now. But the 17 home runs, he's on pace to have more home runs as a rookie than any Pirate in history. He's only 9 behind Jason Bay right now. Thrown out, hustling down that line. Second time that's happened tonight. Little roller. Probably a point of emphasis today among all Pirates. You know, they got a chin strap on in Little League. I don't think the guys would go for that, though.
I don't think so.
Now David Freese, 1 for 3 tonight. Pirates had first and third, nobody out in the 4th. He grounded into a double play. And just that kind of night when the Pirates get something modestly going and it fizzles. And look, you know, the Cardinals, they're pitching. I mean, the Pirates coming into tonight at 12th out of the 30 teams in limiting runs. Cardinals 8th, so they have pitched well this season. despite their overall woes.
Yeah, well, you take away the drama of the big home run last night, and the Pirates not getting too much across home plate these first couple of games after the break.
And so far in July, the Pirates pitching's been outstanding. The ERA coming into tonight's second best in all of baseball, but the offense middling, right in the middle of the pack, 4.2 runs a game. That's 18th out of the 30 teams for July. So the offense has really never had an extended period where they've been robust. They've had little spurts. Pitching has kept them around for the most part, but tonight the Cardinal pitching has been better. They have blanked the Bucks through 8. Trevor Williams will get the ball for the Buccos. Carlos Martinez will go for the Birds. And join us for Pirates pregame presented by WB Mason starting at 1. Here tonight, all Cardinals thus far. A lot of folks making the drive over or maybe deciding to join our fair city.
And the folks tonight here trying to find ways to entertain themselves. And they always do a good job.
Yeah, Pirates have had a few chances tonight, but Cardinals have thwarted any of that. And meanwhile, Schugel and Mariñez, 3 scoreless innings of relief combined, and hitless innings, in fact. Luke Voit is out to start the Cardinals' ninth. Schugel's been in the minors for most of this season, but had a pretty good run for the Pirates last year, his first extended time in the major leagues, and showed a really good changeup. Did not have great results down in Indy, so probably didn't warrant the call up, but he was a nice member of the bullpen last year, and hey, if he pitches anything close to what he did last year, he might stick around the rest of this year.
It's certainly shown he's not intimidated by the atmosphere.
Last 2 years ago was with Arizona. Now 28 years old. Polanco went back. Now he comes in. He's got the first 2.
5 up, 5 down for AJ.
And the Cardinals with a 4-run advantage. Look to start the ninth with Tyler Lyons, and that's because Polanco, the left-handed batter, will start the inning. Cardinals now without Stephen Piscotty for the next 10 days. He hit the DL today. Guys like Martinez probably get some extended time. Randall Grichuk also on the DL. So Cardinals are dipping into the far into their minor league system. Guy that started the year in A-ball. Magneuris Sierra, a 21-year-old, called up today. Earlier debuted with St. Louis. One-two. And look what I found. How about A.J. Schugel? Nice couple of innings. 1-2-3, 1-2-3. Now the Bucks need to score at least 4. It'll be Polanco, Cervelli, and Mercer coming up. Pirates down 4. Music from Clutch on our Allegheny Health Network Super Mo. Who will be Clutch as we go to the bottom of the ninth? Pirates need at least 4. They walked off winners in the ninth last night. Colton Wong has taken over at second base. And Matt Carpenter swings over from second to first, so the pitcher will bat in the 6th spot if it gets 2 extra innings tonight. And that pitcher is Tyler Lyons.
His numbers for the year: 26 innings, 29 strikeouts. Lynn, Bowman, Rosenthal, and now Lyons.
And Polanco to start it off, improving against lefties this year, but still overall slugging just .284 against him. After doing better against left-handed pitching last year. Well, definitely a platoon advantage in theory to start the inning, and then righties to follow. Toward the gap, and Polanco comes through with a leadoff base hit. He'll try for 2, and he starts off with a double. Polanco now has hit safely in all 10 of his starts in July and gets a little something going here in the ninth.
Well, if you're going to get something done, it's got to start somehow. two-bagger to get the folks revved up a little bit.
Fifth extra base hit against lefty pitching in 74 plate appearances for Polanco. So, like I said, improving as he's improved overall, improving against lefties. Good start to this ninth. Pirates brought the tying run up in the seventh with 2 outs. Would still need to get a couple of more men aboard before that happens here in the ninth. But Cervelli doubled his last time. Now Lions behind 2-0.
Base runners, and more base runners needed.
That would make this game interesting, and that would make the race a little more interesting. Pirates with a big comeback here in the ninth. Could leapfrog the Cardinals. Osuna made bad in this inning. Pitcher spot is due up 6th.
Francisco not particularly happy with this turn of events.
All 4 technically missing the strike zone. That one was close. Instead, Lyons is going to get an out of that. A tough break. And Polanco will sense a risk in anything here. Hey, while we have a moment, there's the legendary Mike Shannon.
Yep.
Celebrates birthday number 78 today. Happy birthday, Mike Shannon.
Today.
Longtime Cardinal broadcaster and player.
He's been a great Cardinal. Been a great Cardinal.
John Rooney on the right there.
Yep. Long time Major League broadcaster. It's a team that's been around a while. Mike Shannon has been a fixture in St. Louis, Missouri.
Good to see him in good health and here on his birthday too.
Yep.
Here with a chance for the Buccos. Mercer, a base hit. The Pirates' lone hit with men in scoring position tonight. So a lefty batter on deck. Right to Carpenter for the second out. A hard hit right into the positioning. And so it'll be up to Jaso.
The Adam ball sharply hit right at him.
There's a play off the line for a righty batter and worked. Jaso stays in against the lefty. He's improved against lefties too this year. Last year 1 for 20 against lefty pitching, but this year 5 for 24. He is homered. That was earlier this month against the Giants. Also had a game-winning 10th inning run batted in against the Mets in May against a lefty. So has shown better at bats, but still batting just over 200 against lefties. Needs to get aboard to keep this one going. Cardinals trying to even the series and stay ahead of the Pirates in the standings. Almost clipped him. Frazier would be next if Jaso can get aboard. 3-1. And now the Pirates down to their final strike. Out to right, but Martinez is there. And the Cardinals even the series as they blank the Buccos tonight 4-0. Tommy Pham with 3 hits. And really the turning point, the Cardinals getting a little bit of room in that 5th inning, making some of those jams probably easier to pitch out of later on.
Yep, and a couple double plays early helped Lance Lynn in the 2nd and the 4th, and makes it tough when you don't score.
So 4-0 tonight. The final. The Cardinals and Pirates have a game apiece in the series. And now time to go out to Dan and Teak.
All right, gentlemen. Well, the Pirates found themselves in a 2-0 hole last night, but were able to rally and tie the game and eventually win it in dramatic style in the bottom of the 9th. Looking for more of the same tonight because they found themselves in a hole in the 5th inning, but really overall the offense just wasn't clicking.
Yeah, the offense, you could really never get anything on track. They got a lot of guys on base most of the time. They had, I shouldn't say most of the time, but a lot of times they had men on, leadoff guys on, and weren't able to move them around. It was just an opportunity here, an opportunity there, but you couldn't quite punch through Lance Lynn. He was just he had the Pirates number tonight.
Speaking of which, as we spoke of earlier in the game, it's Miller time, presented by Miller Lite, and Lance Lynn, the guy we talked about in the pregame show that doesn't have that real heavy fastball. Well, didn't seem to bother him, but that and a few other pitches seemed to bother the Buccos.
Well, when you go up against Lynn, you know what's coming in his fastball, and you know it's not going to be overpowering. The trick is being able to hit the movement and being able to do what you want to with the baseball. Lance Lynn had the Pirates off balance all night long, inside, outside, up, and down mostly, and the occasional breaking ball, but he did most of the damage tonight with the fastball, and you knew what's coming. You just couldn't do anything with it.
With the victory, he improves to 8-6 on the season, and he will lower that 3.61 ERA with the shutout just a couple of notches. All right, still to come, Clint Hurdle's post-game comments. We'll also take you inside the Pirates clubhouse to hear from the players. Extended highlights and analysis from Kent Colby, out-of-town highlights, and much, much more coming your way. Pirates post-game, presented by Allegheny Health Network, is coming up next, live from PNC Park, right here on AT&T Sportsnet.